Angels Care Home Health, serving Hayes and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
They're polite. I mean, they just take the time for you.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
I like the Angels for what they've done for me.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.
Eagle Community Television presents Community Connection with your host, Mike Cooper.
Hello and welcome again to Community Connection from Eagle Community Television. Thanks for watching, and thanks as always to the producer of the series, Jeff Durall. We're at the Body Shop Salon, the home of Don Barber, program chairman of the 48th Annual Barbershop Show this year, which is coming Saturday, April 16th, with two shows again this year at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Body Shop Salon, new digs for Don Barber, right?
New digs. I've been all over this town, Mike. I've been here in July. It'll be a couple of years.
Yeah.
So.
As a matter of fact, Jeff was mentioning earlier about those good old days down at the Varsity Barber.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that goes back.
That goes way back to 1963, a long time ago.
That was back when Don Barber was cutting hair for Mike Cooper, because that was when Mike Cooper had hair. So there was a lot of different water under the bridge,
That's
as
correct,
they say,
Mike.
Don.
You bet.
Hey, it's great for you to bring this show back to us again. As you said earlier this morning on the morning show with Boomer and Mike, this is, throughout the year, one of the best entertainment venues in Hayes.
That's exactly right. There's a lot of good entertainment in Hayes, but this is one of the bigger shows. We've had to rent Beach Schmidt 2 times to accommodate our crowds. And it's a great show. It always is. It's a great show this year because we have 2 of the society's funniest comedy quartets. They sing very well, and I promise you, if you'll come, you'll laugh, and just have a wonderful, wonderful time.
And these are award-winning quartets. Every year you're able to bring in award winners from across the world.
That is correct. These aren't international champions, but they've competed internationally and scored and placed quite well. And so, you know, besides being funny, they can sing, and it's just going to be a delightful show.
And again, 2 performances. The first performance, the afternoon performance at 2 at Beach Schmidt Performing Arts Center, is a little bit special.
Yeah, it is, Mike. We have full court press, Johnny Matlock's boys from 6th grade through senior. And the reason they can't be there in the evening is because it's a Hayes High prom, and he didn't want to bring half of his bunch. He has over 40 kids singing with him. And so if you want to get and see full court press, why come to the matinee. Other than that, it'll be the chapter, the chorus, the local quartets, and then, of course, the headliners. And
the High Plains Chorus and Quartets, who make up the members, Don?
We have members from 9 counties, Mike. We're certainly not all from Hayes. We stretch out in 9 surrounding counties, and we come to Hayes once a week, every Thursday evening, in the basement of Trinity Lutheran Church to rehearse. And we figured it up one time, and we accumulate coming to Hayes and home about 1,000 miles a week for these guys to come in to rehearse.
And you can add to that, because the guys have been putting in some extra special performance and rehearsal times prior to the event correct. Saturday.
We rehearsed yesterday afternoon in the basement of Trinity Lutheran Church, and you know, if I'm a little bit hoarse, that's probably why, but we want to be on top of our game and do the very best we can, and so our director, Don Urban, he works us hard, but he's a great guy.
And longtime director, too.
Longtime director. Don's been our director almost from the onset, not quite, but he's been with us 30-some years.
I do want to give special accolades to Lexi Robinson, who is the accompanist for full court press, too. Lexi does a terrific job.
Oh, my, yes, she does.
And the Master of Ceremonies this year, and once again, the Director of Choral Music Program at Fort Hays State, Dr. Terry Kroll.
Dr. Terry Kroll. Terry loves to do this. He's missed some working opportunities like judging and things like this in the area, but because he just loves to be the MC. And Terry is a paid-up member barbershopper.
He's a barbershopper himself, isn't he?
Yes, he is, yes.
In addition to really bringing a nice performance to the overall presentation. He's smooth, he's relaxed. The only thing that we might have quibble with would be the person that writes his material, that some of those jokes, that person should probably suffer some consequences.
Well, that's probably true. You know, they're great jokes.
I'm kidding, Terry.
No, Terry does a great job.
He is so relaxed and smooth. It's just a great presentation.
People have asked me, Mike, who's your MC this year? You know, who do you have to go and sing? But who's your MC this year? And they're delighted to hear that Terry's going to do it.
Absolutely, and he makes a real commitment, like you say.
Yes, he does.
Don, what is it about barbershop music that is so attractive and so pervasive? I mean, it's been around forever.
Yes, it has. Well, for me, and I'm a charter member, 48-year member, it's the harmony. You know, it's you don't have any musical instruments. It's all acoustic. And it's wonderful. It's just the feeling you get when you get all these chords right. And it's, you know, we may sing a song 100 times before we perform it, rehearse it. But it's, and you've got to be so precise and intricate on your notes. You've got to be right in the middle of every note. It's pleasing to the ear. It's not loud and obnoxious. It's just wonderful listening music for people.
And when it all blends together, when those voices at the High Plains Chorus come together, it's just magical.
It is. It really is. And that's due to our directors, Don Urban and Bill Scott, that work us to death. And you know, like you say, we get so tired of some of this music, but then you perform it very well. And that's the reason. And it's a lot of these guys working us, and the guys willing to take instruction. And
well, and you've got a wide variety of people. I mean, everybody, a lot of people in a lot of different vocations like to sing barbershop.
Yes, you know, we've got doctors, we've got preachers, we've got farmers, mechanics, barbers. It is a wide area of people that do different things. They come together once a week, and we're like a band of brothers, really. You know, some of my closest friends are barbershoppers, and we just have a great time.
Well, and that's part of the attraction of barbershop, I think, and of course a good chance for recruiting too. If anybody you know, likes to sing and would like the camaraderie of the barbershop chorus, boy, that's that place to be.
Yeah, it really is. As a matter of fact, the Thursday following the show this Saturday, we're having a special guest night in the basement of Trinity Lutheran Church at 27th and Fort. And any young man, a kid on up, we've got, I think our oldest gentleman is 90 years old that sings with us.
Wow.
And he still sings very well. And so it's just, you know, you don't have to be musically trained. A lot of our guys don't read music. We learn it by repetition. But it's just a good feel once you get in there and you kind of get to know what you're doing. But the Thursday after this Saturday, the first Thursday, we have a special guest night for anyone that would like to come.
And the Trinity Lutheran Church has been kind of home to the barbershoppers for a long time.
Almost 40 years.
Yeah.
38, I think, something like that. And they're very, very gracious to let us use their basement, and that's where we rehearse.
Now, if somebody's interested, what time should they be there?
7 to 30. 7:30, yes.
All right. And just come and sit in or watch and
you don't
visit
have to
a little bit.
No, if you want to know a little more about it, just come and be in the audience. And we're not going to force anybody to get up and sing if they don't want to. And that'd be a really good way to ease into it. And they might think, hey, you know, this is not for me. Or this, hey, I think I might like this, you know. And then ease them in it and at their own gate, and that's how we'll work it. Yeah. Now,
one of the premier entertainment events in Hayes during the year, you have an opportunity to be a part of it with purchase of a ticket. And there are two performances. Your ticket can be purchased for either performance, either the 2 o'clock or the 7 p.m. performance. Where can we get tickets, Don?
Well, you can get tickets from me right here at the Body Shop Salon on 8th Street. Both serve locations here in Hayes, Walgreens, at the Student Service Center at the Memorial Union at Fort Hays State Campus, at Couture for Men and Women on Main, Clema Hometown Market in Russell, First State Bank in Ness City, Rich's Hometown Food Center in Ellis, and Antiques and Collectibles in Russell.
And some of those people have been with you supporting barbershop for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, several of them have. We have some new ones, but half of these outlets are people that have supported us and sold tickets for years and years and years, yes.
And if you want to get those tickets, $12 advance, or you can get them at the box office, $14 on the day or the evening of the show for this year's 48th Annual Barbershop Show. Now, because of the demand of these high profile choruses that Don brings in every year, you really have to start the planning for number 49 and even number 50 pretty quickly, don't you?
Yes, we've already done that. Our show date for next year is April 8th, and we have a quartet, our headline quartet out of Florida called Main Street. They took third at International this year. They are absolutely wonderful. So mark April 8th on your calendar. And then 2/18 is our 50th anniversary show, and we're already starting to work on that.
Wow.
So it's almost a year-round thing as far as getting and contracting quartets, especially the top ones, you know, because they're so sought after. And so, yes, it's almost a year-round situation.
Well, and one of these quartets, you said this morning, comes from Minnesota, I believe?
Four-man fishing tackle choir comes from Minnesota, and the Hot Air Buffoons comes from Ohio.
And the four-man fishing tackle choir has been here before, what?
They were here about 4 years ago, and they're very well received. And that's one reason I got them back, is because the folks just talked about them for a long, long time. And the Hot Air Buffoons are just as good, if not crazier. So you've just got to see these two. It's something.
What a great combination that's going to be. Saturday performances, April 16th, either 2 p.m. or 7 p.m. As we mentioned, Don Barber is program chairman. What about Barbershop has kept you engaged over these 48 years? Because you're the charter member, you were in on the ground floor, Don.
Yes, there are 4 of us left. And possibly on the evening show, we call ourselves the old charters. And we might get together and sing a couple of songs.
A little bonus.
A little bonus, maybe. And we'll have a lot of.
Now, do the other 3 know about this, or
yes,
is this?
Yeah, yeah, they do. They do.
All right, not a last-minute surprise.
It's not a 100% thing, but there's a possibility we might, and if we do, there'll be well over 200 years of barbershopping on that stage.
Oh my goodness!
The gentleman I mentioned earlier from Waukene, Dick Woodall, is 90 years old. He has sung barbershop for like 65 years.
Oh my goodness.
And then the other 3 of us have sung for 48 years. So you add all that up, that's
amazing.
That's a length of time.
That'll be something to look forward to for sure. If you can pull that off, that would be fantastic. Now, the ticket proceeds are used for basically putting back to the community, Don.
That's exactly right. We donate to the church, of course, where they are so gracious to let us use their basement. We've always donated to Developmental Services of Northwest Kansas, and most recently, the last 4 or 5 years, we started putting back into musical groups like Fort Hays State University, the different schools in the area that are schools that our barbershoppers are from, and we, why not put what we do back into communities and encourage their music programs and help them buy music. And we donate every year to Full Court Press so they can get some new music and some new little uniforms and things like this. So we donate most of our monies. We're a nonprofit charitable educational organization. We're tax exempt. So when you're in that status, you have to donate most of your money back, and we do. And
the benefits come back again to the rest of us who get to enjoy Barbershop once again this year. Saturday, April 16th, 2 performances. The 2 p.m. performance will be the appearance of Full Court Press with the group from Hays High and Hays Middle School. The 7 p.m. performance might have that special event that Don was talking about. And of course, you can get tickets at the box office for $14 or get them advance at those various locations. Posters on display throughout the area. Let's let Jeff take a shot of that poster if we could. And we'll invite you once again this year on behalf of Program Chairman Don Barber, the 48th Annual Barbershop Show, our community connection.
Angels Care Home Health, serving Hayes and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
And the Angel Care nurse comes to see me once a week.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
Angel Care has helped to stay home.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.